What's going on, everybody? We're back with another week with Kicking It Onside. Just the chair here so he can get in frame here.
I'm the important one in this fucking show. I
Sure. Meanwhile, without me, none of this would get done.
Oh my god. Okay. Alright, whatever. So
we got JP, myself, Rayshawn, and Tim going over week 1 and some of the tragedies that have come out of it.
some of them I find hilarious.
And some fan bases' reactions I find even funnier.
Like what fan base's reactions?
Jets.
Well, what are they bitching about?
Never
mind.
It's classic Jets. Like, we did something good. And then this happens.
Well, yeah.
So I'm just gonna say
don't ask that though.
I find what?
Just a random Japanese coming through over on Rayshawn's side. Oh,
We don't want to know.
Keep talking.
I'm setting up the wheel here, guys. So you're just going to have to give me one
Yep.
second.
Keep talking.
What good happened?
What about the Jets?
Oh, no, their fan base. That's just what I love.
But what
And also, I saw the story about the bar in up in Green Bay that offered any free drink to pay the bar tab for any games that Aaron Rodgers loses that he starts, and people were like,
they did the
"We have to pay what now?"
They did the same thing with Brett Favre. Hey,
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Hey, it's money, man. That's how they make their money.
Yep.
There's nothing wrong with it. I will say that I found what happened to Aaron Rodgers to be ironic, because he's the one that said he wanted to go to the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
And the Jets have one of the worst offensive lines in football. The guy is 40 years old. It is going to be really hard to keep him upright with that offensive line. And then he blows out his Achilles tendon. And you do not fucking blame the turf. The turf had nothing to do with that.
Yeah, a lot of people's talking about that.
Well, I can understand with knees and stuff, absolutely, but
you're fine. No, you're fine.
With knees and stuff, I completely and totally understand, but an Achilles tear, you can't really blame the... I mean, you can to an extent, but that didn't look like the turf caused that. So
that's a go-to for a lot of players who get injured, is they blame the turf. And there's another call from the players' union.
I can understand them blaming the turf to an extent. Them guys play on that. I've never played on turf. I played on AstroTurf when Camp Randall Stadium had it. I played high school football, and we got to play a game there. And that's where we never went to the state championship, but they had a showcase. And we got to play in it one year. And AstroTurf is actually worse than the fucking turf that they use now.
Yeah, AstroTurf. I've officiated on all kinds of surfaces. Grass,
AstroTurf always feels like it's wet.
AstroTurf. My knees kill after a game on AstroTurf.
Right.
If I had my choice, I'd either do it on grass or regular turf.
Right. I will say that turf can be a thing. They've tried getting the turf thing fixed, which is why they went away from the turf the AstroTurf, and went to this new turf.
Yeah.
At some point, players have got to understand, and I get it, it's a cost versus... For the owner and the stadium or whoever, it costs more to have grass than it does turf.
Exactly.
And I get it. And I'm not defending the owners here. But I am telling you, that is why they do it. Because this is the problem. Players are asking for $50 million a year. You got to cut costs somewhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can't have it both ways. And I'm just saying, I'm not defending the owners. I'm not defending the players. I'm on either side of this thing. I'm more on the side of the players because I've torn my knee. But I've torn my knee on
You stepped in a gopher hole.
But still. And that's the problem you're going to have with Gophers. They don't give a shit. They go where they fucking want to go, man. So I'm not... But the Aaron Rodgers thing, I find it ironic that he wanted to go there and he ends up hurt the fourth play in.
He probably wanted to go and retire there, so he tore his Achilles.
Well,
that's hard to do on purpose.
I think his career is over.
Yeah.
At 40 years old, it is incredible. It's already incredibly hard to heal and rehab as an athlete from a torn Achilles heel.
Yep.
I mean, look how long it took fucking Xavier Woods.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I don't see him wanting to do a full rehab.
No, not at 40.
Exactly. At 40, I don't see him wanting to do a rehab.
No, he'll still do it. He'll do a rehab, but I don't know.
It won't be to be
but he don't have
ready.
a career in football.
I don't know if he'll ever be.
I'm talking rehab to play football again.
No, maybe some type of coach, but I don't think he'll be on the field again.
Either
playing.
He'll either coach or he'll go into the broadcast
He'll never
booth.
coach.
That's usually where
you
ex-players
guys,
go.
He'll never coach.
He's not that type of person.
Yeah.
If he retires from football, he'll walk away.
He's going home and staying home. Or he'll be on the Pat McAfee show.
He'll go to a bunker in Wisconsin.
I'm not going to pick on him for that because I've thought about doing that myself.
What, getting a bunker?
No, just going dark. That's what he did. He didn't go into a bunker.
He just went radio
he
silent.
did
He went to a place where it's complete darkness. He went to a cottage. It was a cottage, and he just went to complete darkness. No light, no
outside stimulation.
Well, you can have outside stimulation, but yeah, he just went to a darkness retreat, which is fine.
It's a good reset for you.
Sometimes you need that. You know what I mean? So but Aaron will never coach. And if he does, he does. But I don't see him being the coaching kind. He knows the game very well. Very intelligent. Like, he probably memorized the Jets playbook in like a day. When Matt LaFleur came in, he memorized the playbook in like a day. So I think he's got one of those fucking memories. What do you call
Photographic memory?
Photographic memory.
Yeah.
But I find it funny. Jets fans sitting there talking shit. What did I say? I don't think I mentioned it, but I had doubts he was going to make it the year because of that offensive line. In fact, I told Heather I will be shocked if Aaron Rodgers stays upright and healthy all year because this offensive line is terrible. And 4 plays later, he's gone.
Jets are going to have to win it with their
Now,
defense.
and I will say this.
Defense is good.
I will say this. Well, that's how they were going to win games. I think the Bills just played lazy.
They was too comfortable.
Josh Allen played terrible. And I don't even think it was a defense. Josh Allen has those games where he is just bad.
Yeah.
And he looks really bad. So that's why they lost. They didn't lose because the Jets were the better team.
Mm-mm.
They lost because they just played bad. They played flat. They looked flat.
Yeah.
So there's that. I still think the Bills are going to win the Super Bowl. They'll figure their stuff out. And if they don't, the coach will get fired.
I think
But
the
he
Bills
should
always
get fired.
figure it out.
Well, I don't think this game means he should have gotten
No,
fired.
but I'm saying if they don't get it figured out.
Oh no! If they don't win the Super Bowl this year or make it to the Super Bowl this year, he's gone. McDermott will be gone. I mark my words now. I don't think the Chiefs are making the Super Bowl.
I don't think so either.
I will say Detroit. I told everybody. What did I say?
I think Detroit will make the playoffs.
I don't know, man. I don't know. The NFL this year.
It's another weird year.
It's a weird year. I didn't think Packers. I didn't think the Packers would put up 38 points, but yet here we are.
Yep.
And Jordan Love looked pretty good.
He outdid Aaron.
He had his moments, but
He was on the field for more than 4 plays, so he automatically outdid Aaron Rodgers.
yes. So that's where I stand, man. Detroit. We'll see how good Detroit is. Yes, they beat Kansas City, but they didn't have Travis. They did not.
Kelce.
Kansas City did not have Travis Kelce. He brings in a totally, entirely different dimension to that team.
Yep. And it's the banner raising night, which it's always a weird night.
Well, you should be up for that. You shouldn't have to. And look, the Chiefs led throughout that game. It's not like the Detroit Lions dominated that game.
No, they had a comeback win.
They survived the game.
I just think Detroit took advantage of Kelce not being there. They let them have the short stuff. The difference is Kelce can hit all levels. That's the difference. Yep. With the guy that they had in there, and why do you think the Giants traded away Kadarius Toney? Because he can't fucking catch.
Stone hands.
He has worse hands than fucking Marquez Valdez-Scantling. You look at the Kansas City Chiefs. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, when he was in Green Bay, was prone to drop balls.
Yes.
Yep.
They have two guys. Now, Scantling's been better, but they didn't go vertical at all in this game. They shot themselves in the foot.
Mm-hmm.
Kansas City did. And a lot of it, again, I'm going to go back to Kelce not being there. I think if Kelce would have been there, I would have personally, if Kelce was going to be there,
I would have picked him.
If I was picking, I would have picked the Chiefs as well. They probably would have scored 2 more touchdowns. Kelce adds a different dimension to that team.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I agree.
Patriots put up a pretty good fight the other day. Who'd they play?
Yeah.
Who'd they play?
Philly.
I told you, Rayshawn.
Philly.
They're going to get the best shot of every team in the NFL. And Jalen Hurts looked mediocre.
Yeah, he was pretty bad.
I didn't say he was bad, but he wasn't as good as he was last year. Now, he did make some plays when they needed to. Then it's because of the receiving core that he's got. I can't wait until he goes up a really solid defensive backfield. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, New England's backfield is young, to say the least. They lost a lot of safety. They lost McCourty from safety, and they have that.
Well, McCourty retired,
rookie.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
They didn't lose him. He just retired.
They don't have that player anymore. That's what he's saying.
No, and I get that. The Bengals looked like a team from the 80s. couldn't fucking win a game.
Looks like they're right back to where they started.
That
They're the
shocked me.
Bengals.
If that is one surprise of the fucking day, there's two surprises. I shouldn't say Aaron Rodgers getting hurt was a surprise. I seen it coming.
Yeah.
But him getting hurt and ending the season, that's a surprise. And then the Browns beating the shit out of the Bengals.
That was really the only game that was a clear
They exposed
blowout.
The Bengals is not all that good. They didn't.
The Bengals are pretty good.
Oh wait, no, there was one other blowout.
The
I don't like
Bengals are pretty
Cincinnati
good.
teams.
I would rival them with Philadelphia. That's how good the Bengals are. They just didn't play very well.
Mhm. They have the offense to keep up with the high-powered offenses.
Well, they can, but they don't get off on the right foot. They're not gonna. It's like the game against the Chiefs. They weren't clicking on all cylinders. Cost them the game.
They're not a team built to play from behind.
No.
They're a front-running team.
I don't think any team in the NFL is really built to play from behind. I think when you see like the big comebacks, like the Bengals beating the Chiefs last year in the AFC Championship, or the year before in the AFC Championship game, it was because Kansas City just quit playing. It wasn't because the Bengals could come from behind. And I think that's with any NFL team, because of the players that both sides, on both sides of the ball, it is really hard to come back and win in the NFL. If you and you really, 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 and you could see it, the Chiefs got lazy, complacent, and we're satisfied with that 21-3 lead.
Meanwhile, there are other teams out there that do fall behind, and they just know how to adapt to get back in the lead.
And those somebody falls behind by 7. That's not really a comeback.
No, I'm talking
like 20 or 20 or more points. Yeah.
I'm talking 3 scores or more.
Well, 2 scores or more is usually.
When I say 3 scores, I'm thinking like 17-0.
Well, I'm thinking 14. I'm thinking 14 or 13, 12, 10 on up is difficult to come back from.
Yeah.
I mean, I could even
Most
say
scores
9.
are hard to
I
come
could
back
even say
from.
9 and up is hard to come back from.
Especially if there's a team with a buzzsaw for a defense.
Yes. Packers surprised me. I really honestly wasn't expecting them to do anything. I thought they would score 17 points. Bears scored what I thought they would, but man, was I wrong about that defense. Bears defense is terrible. And I was watching the game, and I was listening to the commentators. And they asked, they asked the offensive coordinator, they were talking about this throughout the game. Are they going to let him open up the offense? Let Justin Fields throw down the field? And they said, well, we like to throw short. This is the offensive coordinator. We like to throw short because we can give the option for him to run the ball.
That shouldn't.
So you're going to dump the ball off 35 times a game just because Justin Fields can run with the football.
That doesn't make sense.
It don't make any sense. And this is why the Bears, and it's not Justin Fields' fault.
No.
Because Justin Fields in college could make all of the throws. In fact, I would argue that he was better than Joe Burrow in making all of those throws. However, here we are. And then the coach says these things. It's like, come on, man. If that's what he said, that is just terrible. That makes no sense to me. So I don't put the loss on Justin Fields. I put the loss on the coaching staff because that is terrible coaching.
That's terrible.
That is a terrible.
If they're gonna say that is
you went out and got DJ Moore, who is considered to be one of the best receivers in the game right now, right?
Uh-huh.
They threw it to him 4 times, and he had 2 catches.
That's not enough. You got to throw more to him.
Well, they did. The Eagles did the same thing with DeAndre Swift. They traded for this guy.
Yeah.
And they only he
barely
only
ever
touched the ball
targeted
like
him.
2
Yeah.
times.
4 times,
He ran the ball 4 times.
maybe
I thought
3.
it
I have
was
him
2
on
times.
So they traded for
DeAndre
him.
Swift.
So you got to remember that they have the guy that they had last year that backed up Miles Sanders too. You have to
Correct.
remember that.
Correct.
DeAndre Swift is how many touches did he get? Now, before you answer, if he got as many touches as DeAndre Swift, that's a problem. But I'm not going to call it a problem that DeAndre Swift only got 4 touches. You know what I think it is? If DeAndre Swift is only getting 4 touches, he isn't grasping the offense. That's a problem. So I wouldn't worry about him only getting 4 touches today or this past week. I would worry about if he's consistently getting 4 touches a week.
Right.
Then that's telling you that DeAndre Swift is not grasping the offense. Because DeAndre Swift is a very good football player.
Mm-hmm.
He is.
If you don't grasp
the shit he did last year with the Detroit was great.
If you don't grasp the offense, you're not playing. I don't give a fuck how good
He had 1 carry.
Yeah, well, if you don't grasp the offense, you don't play.
You shouldn't be playing.
No, you don't play.
Yeah. No, I said shouldn't be playing. Some guys,
but you shouldn't be playing if you don't. You shouldn't be playing if you don't know the offense. But if you're not grasping it, you won't play. Any coach with the right fucking mind would not play somebody if they're not grasping what they're being instructed to run or play.
Yep.
It's common sense.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is the NFL. Common sense is in short supply at times.
Right. So probably the most, well, I shouldn't say the most surprising. The Ravens look pretty good from what I heard.
Yes, they were pretty good. And the surprising thing for me is Lamar did not run the ball that much. Which tells me that they are comfortable with the guys they have now to run the ball for him so that he doesn't have to unless it's absolutely 100% necessary.
So this will make Lamar Jackson that much more... Now, we did lose J.K. Dobbins for the year. He tore
another
his,
Achilles tear.
He tore his Achilles tendon.
Death to the Achilles tendons.
I find that this adds a... If they would let Justin Fields throw the ball down the field, I think Justin Fields, they probably would have won this game. But Green Bay only had to defend 10 yards in the whole fucking game.
Yeah.
With Lamar Jackson, he can throw it downfield. And I don't know how the kid that they drafted, Zay Flowers, he
was fucking phenomenal.
Was he pretty good?
Oh, yeah.
So that's
every ball that was thrown to him, he caught.
Okay. So did they have him running? Was he running a lot of deep routes, or was he running? Okay, so you remember when I told you how Hollywood Brown? I said you can't run him over the fucking middle. He's only 175 fucking pounds. It's because he's afraid to take a hit. Run him vertical. He's a better vertical route guy. Not saying he can't run all of the routes, but running short and underneath is not his
strong
suit. So
which is fun.
Zay Flowers is a little bigger than he is. So.
Not much bigger, but he also knows how to stop himself on a dime and then take off again.
The thing with Hollywood Brown is he can do the same thing, but he's just not. I don't know, man. Doesn't he play for the Chiefs? I thought he did. Didn't he trade him to the Chiefs?
He might have been traded from the Chiefs at this point. But yeah, OBJ had two touches himself.
And here's the thing. That right there tells me everything I need to know. Because Odell Beckham Jr. adds that layer. Plus they have Rashad Bateman.
Mm-hmm.
So they have three really good receivers.
And then you got the tight end of Mark Andrews in there to back them up.
This offense is going to be tough to stop, especially if they aren't going to rely on Lamar Jackson to run the ball, but he has that added dimension where if he can sit in the pocket, that just makes him that much more dangerous. And then you do that read option, you are not beating Baltimore. I'm telling you right now. Right now,
they only win
right
against
now,
Houston.
Right now, I think Baltimore is the team to beat in the AFC.
They only win against Houston. Let me be a hater. Do that next week against the Bengals.
Yeah, that's gonna
Then
be
we
that's.
could talk.
Well, the Bengals aren't a team they usually struggle with. It's the Browns that they struggle.
The Browns.
With. Yeah. Because that's another rivalry game.
They struggled with the Bengals last year. They lost to them twice. But other than that, there really wasn't much to the like I said, the Bills beating the Jets or the Jets beating the Bills was a surprise to me. I think even with Aaron, I still think the Bills should have won. They just didn't show up.
Yeah.
So
that Dolphins
the Cowboys
game?
What did I say about the Cowboys?
Fucking shutout win night one.
Yep.
I think they're the best team in the NFC East.
I don't think so.
In fact, I think they're the best team in the NFC. You know how hard that is for me to say that?
Oh, yeah. That I do know.
And considering they've been shit for what, almost 2 decades?
Well, they haven't been
almost
shit.
3, actually.
They have, and they've had the most talented.
They've had chances.
No, the thing with the Dallas Cowboys is they have the most talented roster in the NFL. The most. Name me a roster better. Name me a roster better.
Current day?
Huh?
I'm not going near this
Current
one
day.
because I know what Rayshon's.
Rayshawn? No. Philadelphia does not have the talent that
I don't know
Dallas
what you're talking
does.
about, JP.
No,
Top
listen,
to bottom, I don't
From
see
top
another
to
team
bottom.
that has.
from top to bottom, Dallas has a better.
Jake Elliott is better than they kicker, they linebacker, they whole receiver core,
Should I put my?
the running
Oh
back.
my god!
They're
We got
wrong.
Did
Oh,
your
yeah.
girlfriend slip something
Make
into
you
your
fun.
food tonight, man?
Okay, Rayshawn.
Just a little bit.
Rayshawn.
Okay.
I'm talking.
I wasn't gonna-
You're
I wasn't gonna-
picking. You're picking positions. I'm talking top to
You're
bottom.
picking.
Top
You're
to bottom.
You're thinking individual. We're thinking whole
I'm
team.
thinking the whole roster.
As
Dallas.
a roster,
Dallas
I
has a
can't
better
see any
roster.
other team
Then I mean,
that has a
You could-
better roster.
Look,
better
Philadelphia
roster.
is. I'm
You
not
could say
saying
the same-
Philadelphia
I guess you
isn't
could say
good.
that for
I'm saying
Kansas
Philadelphia.
City.
Philadelphia has almost as good of a roster as they do.
There are just still some kinks they need to work out.
Is it a pretty? Is
I understand.
Philadelphia's roster really good? Absolutely. I'm just saying, Philadelphia or Dallas might have just a scotch better talent on their roster.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. We'll see when them two teams play each other.
we'll see.
Again,
coming, don't
do
you
you
worry.
know how hard it is for me to say that? I hate fucking
I understand.
Dallas. I hate fucking Dallas. And if I'm saying it, I'm not saying it because I hate Philadelphia. I'm saying it, and to get a rise out of you, I am saying it just, it's a fact. And it's not just me saying it. There are NFL players that are saying Dallas has the most talented roster across the board. Now, whether or not they can put it all together, that is a whole nother issue. Sometimes coaching staff has to make them players work together. I think they have that now.
It's not even just that, as Alpha said, it's also front office. Jerry Jones does not make things easy either.
Well, actually, he has kind of stepped away from it.
Well, it's because
That's what's helped them a lot,
face
too.
telling him, listen, back the fuck off and let us play the way we know how to fucking play, or you ain't gonna have another championship in your lifetime.
Pretty much, yeah.
We'll see, though. We shall see. But
If
Dallas,
Jerry Jones can stay out of the way, Dallas has a shot this year.
Yeah.
yes. We'll see, though. But that's... We'll see. Anything else? Any other news out there? Anything else?
I just got one thing.
Mm-hmm.
So John Perry, at the end, after the game-winning punt return from the Jets,
Yes.
on Monday Night Football, came out and said that it should be an asterisk.
Stop. Who is Joe Perry?
The announcer, the commentator.
John Perry.
Who's John Perry?
He's
okay. You got it.
He used to be an NFL referee.
Okay.
He used to be an NFL referee, and
go ahead.
He does rules analysis for the ESPN Monday Night Crew.
Okay.
He came out and said that the win should be with an asterisk because there should have been a tripping penalty.
No. So on that play, there was a tripping call, a leg whip call that should have been called and was not called.
Yeah.
So the refereeing was really bad this weekend.
Yes.
I mean,
it was bad.
Even in even during the Packer Bears game, there was a couple of play calls against the Bears that were pretty fucking bad. They need to fix their shit.
The Patriots-Eagles game, I wasn't happy with the officiating either.
I mean, I saw a tripping call from something that the player was falling down backwards, and then the other player was still going forward. I think it was the Raiders game.
No, I know what
might have been. Yeah,
no, it was a player. It was a blitz, and I think it was a Chiefs game because the player got fucking run over, and the guy fell backwards, and his legs came up, and they called him for a trip.
Oh yeah. I know it was the Chiefs game.
Okay. But there was a play on the previous drive where the same thing fucking happened,
and nothing called. Referees out there, if you ever stumble across our humble little show here, fucking consistency for once, please.
Now, what I like, though, about John Perry coming out and saying this, though, is finally someone criticizes professional referees.
Yes.
Too often you can't say boo against them. But finally, for once, someone at the national level criticized professional referees.
Well, wait,
we need more of it. That's all I want.
Didn't they also criticize the refs for that fucking late call, that late penalty in the Rams Super Bowl?
I don't remember.
I don't remember the Super Bowl. I'd have to go back and watch it, but there's got to be something that they do, and I don't give a fuck about the refs' feelings. I don't care. They need to fix it. I don't care about the fucking players' feelings. I don't care about the owners' feelings.
If they fuck up, they need to be
your shit.
If they fuck up once, suspended. They fuck up twice, fired.
Possible.
They're what?
You're at the highest level possible as an official. You gotta be willing to take some criticism. Yes. Coaches cannot criticize you. Players cannot criticize you. Team representatives cannot criticize them. And them not getting postseason assignments, that doesn't mean shit.
No. Frankly, I feel it should be first major fuck up, no less. Should be a suspension.
No, you fine them. You can't suspend them right away.
No, they at the pro level in football, they don't really have enough officials to really hand out that many.
Well, okay, so you just answered my fucking question. I actually agree with Heather. You fuck up, you're suspended. Now the NFL referees are like, oh, well, we don't have... Then stop fucking up! That is how you fix shit. That is how you fix shit. I don't care.
And also bring up more officials.
Teach them.
There is such a logjam at the top
I agree.
for bringing officials up.
I agree.
I mean, I've seen there's 3 head referees out there that I have seen since my fucking childhood that are still out there, and they were old as dirt when I started watching.
Those referees are actually the better referees. The older referees,
Some, not all.
The three that I see, like Ed Hockley, he's pretty good. I don't think he's a referee.
He doesn't referee anymore.
Well, he was really good.
He was good, yes. His son, I'm not a fan of. Sean Hockley.
Okay, whatever.
But
You know what I
right.
mean. You know what I mean. The referees, they just need to fix the shit.
Yes, they do.
Just fix your shit. It's that fucking simple.
Be consistent and make sure you're making the right fucking call.
But at the end of that,
And I also would add a couple more positions to the NFL officiating crew, because players are getting so fast now.
It's hard to keep up.
These referees cannot keep up with them going down the field. So you're having them throw a pass interference flag
when there isn't one.
When there really isn't a defensive pass interference.
I think that's why the last 2 women that were hired were called up for the refereeing job were called up, because they're pretty fucking fast.
So I'm just gonna say this: the line judges. Mm-hmm. Those are the guys that
linesmen.
I don't want them throwing a fucking flag 30 yards downfield.
No.
For a penalty 30 yards downfield. That should be the back judge or the center judge's job.
Or add 2 officials, one on each corner.
To have
one on each side of the field.
Okay, you have 7 referees on the field already. Why do you need more?
The NFL has the money for it.
But they already have 7 on the field. Why do you need more?
Because some of those fat fucks can't keep up.
You want
to know how to fix it? You want to know how to fix that issue? Have the fucking referee or the back judge or whoever play behind the safety. He doesn't need to be up there fucking throwing a flag on a holding call at the line of scrimmage. His job, they should have a sector of fucking field. And that's it. You watch that sector of the fucking field. I don't want you looking in. Yes, you need to look in right away, but as soon as that ball is fucking snapped, you have your eyes on that sector of the field. Don't fucking look in and throw a flag from 20 yards away for holding. It's not necessary.
Yes. Okay. Take a page out of the NBA's book. Well, basketball officiating book, and do.
Basketball is a little different.
But
what
you're
2 people know
saying
officiating, right?
Is what basketball does is you have your areas.
Yes.
Well, okay, but you got to remember, and I will defend the referees. They have a way bigger field to.
Oh, I agree.
So that
I understand that.
In high school football, they only have 4 referees, which isn't enough.
No.
Yeah, high school football is usually a 4 referee crew until you get to.
My point is it is not enough. But they can't get the referees, and the reason that they can't get the referees is because you got fucking parents
in their faces.
Fucking assholes.
Yeah.
It is hard to be a referee. It is very hard to be a referee because you got to deal with all the people booing you and fucking razzing you and threatening your life.
I've only been followed off the field once my entire officiating career. Once. And I carry a bat in my vehicle at all times because of it.
And that's fine. Just stop fucking up. I'm just kidding.
The other problem with that idea, though, is people don't understand the rules.
Yeah.
As well as they do.
I think that if educated, I think parents should go to a class where they learn.
For that sport that their child is in, yes.
Yes. They
For
learn
the basic rules.
Yes.
Learn the basic rules.
Or even
I'm
just
not
be given the
expecting to
rule book
learn.
itself.
I personally think they should get rid of holding.
Yeah, because there's so many things that are being called holding that are not.
That are not holding. There was
Yeah.
a call. There was a call the other night where the guy, like, at some point you gotta tell that fucking guy that is supposedly being held like this, use your other hand to knock his hand away. Quit being a fucking pussy. There's holding on every fucking
not
play.
just that, but a guy'll have his arm draped over someone, and
The only time that there should be a
the
hold.
opposing player will just turn his body.
Yeah, he'll play it out.
The
Yeah.
only time a holding call should be called anymore is if the guy is full on tackling him. That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
I do not think that holding should be a call anymore. Like, if you grab him, like if you're hugging him, then throw the flag.
Yeah.
But if you're doing this, that's, come on, man. That player,
Yeah.
get out of here with that shit. That's not holding to me anymore. It's not. Because now you're taking away, like, if the guy turns away, like, he's blocking him, and players doesn't want to disengage because he wants his player to get the most. That's not holding to me. That defeats the purpose
right?
of
Yeah,
the
it's
call.
good defending.
This defeats the purpose of the call, in my opinion. That player should learn, hey, if this guy's got a hold of my jersey, slap it away. You know, slap that hand away.
Well, and you'll have a guy who, the second the arm's even somewhere on his chest, he will literally just go down and draw a holding penalty.
Parents should.
I'll be back in a minute.
So parents should be allowed to be at their children's games, but they need to understand the basic rules of the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And in our high school, when I was going to high school, they actually explained what the rules were. They had a sheet. Here's what the rules are. You know, and you can't berate the referees. They will kick you out. I have seen it.
And that's the way it should be for kids' games, I feel.
It's not the end of the world if your kid doesn't win.
Or if your kid gets a penalty. Some ways that's the only way the kid learns.
Losing is the only way you fucking learn. You don't learn anything from fucking winning. The only thing you learn from winning is being an asshole. Being an egotistical piece of shit. That's all you ever get from winning. If that's all you ever do. But that said, I don't have anything, and I agree with Tim. They need to do something with these referees.
Yeah.
No, I know that. I just have to put it back. So that being said, I don't have anything. We're about ready to do the picks.
Tim steps away for a second. So.
No, and I understand that. So how we're going to do it is, Heather was right. We're going to spin the wheel. That one game, everybody picks.
Okay.
Doesn't matter who it is. Then you get to pick your underdog, you get to pick your lock, and you get to pick your random game. So I'm looking at mine right now.
Are you going to write down for me, or?
You go ahead.
Okay. Do we want to start with those other ones, and then we'll catch Tim up when he gets back, and then do the spin?
Sure. You ready, Rayshawn?
I'm ready.
All right, let's do your first. Let's do your three. We'll do the spin here in a little bit. Just remember, if you land on a spin. So the thing is, if it lands on a spin,
if it's a game you already picked, I have to spin again.
Just
for you.
remove it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, all right.
I'm back.
Oh, there
we go.
Okay, so he's back. All right, so Rayshawn, go ahead. We're going to go with your first pick.
Just let me know if it's your lock or your upset.
Okay. Am I supposed to be spinning a wheel? Something?
No,
else?
No,
just
just pick.
pick a
Do you
game.
know what's playing, or
Oh,
you need to see?
let me hook up. Let me look it up. Sorry.
Here, I got it right here for you, man. There we go.
Okay. Upset. Falcons defeating the Packers.
That's not really an upset. They're favored.
I didn't know
All right, and what's your lock?
My lock will be Saints defeating the Panthers.
Okay.
All right, and just your random game.
I gotta spin the wheel.
Nope.
Oh, no. Okay.
Pick a
Random
game.
game. Monday night Steelers will lose to the Browns.
So you're picking the Steelers over the Browns?
No, he's picking the Browns over the Steelers.
Hold on. Is that the Monday night game?
Yeah, I think so. Is it not? I think the Saints is Monday also. It's 2 Monday games.
Yeah.
Yep, there it is. Okay. You're good.
Yeah, I shuffled the wheels. So.
You're good. Okay, just making sure.
All right, Tim, who is your upset win?
I just had a second or two. I'm going to go upset as Jaguars over Chiefs.
Okay, your lock?
Lock is going to be... the Bears over the Buccaneers.
And your random.
I thought that was a spin.
Nope.
No, what we're doing is we're going to spin the wheel, and that's the one game that all of us pick.
Okay. All right. And then just another game I pick.
Yep, just one more random game.
I'm going to take the Eagles over the Vikings.
Okay.
All right, you got yours?
So my upset pick is going to be... I'm going to take the Ravens over the Bengals.
Okay, your lock?
My lock... This is tough, man.
Mm-hmm.
None of these games are... The lock, the Bills will beat the Raiders.
That's
and my
Josh
random...
Allen shows up.
Cowboys will beat the Jets.
Well, that's...
It's a random game, right?
Yeah. That game is going to be my lock. I'm going Cowboys. My upset... I'm going to say Lions beat the Seahawks.
The Lions are favored.
Doesn't matter.
You guys are taking favorites as your underdogs.
I don't even look at it, so...
Well, I just told you.
Whatever. And my random game... I'm going to go with the Ravens over the Bengals.
So from now on, the way the upset, they have to be underdogs. They can't be favored.
How will we know?
I can tell you. You just look it up online, or you go to like NFL.com and they have the spread right there, and it'll tell you. I'm not going to argue the spread, but I just looked at it. The Lions are favored by 6.5 points.
What about the Vikings and Eagles? Because I don't.
The
think
Eagles are
Eagles
favored by
beating-
6.5 or 8.5.
I don't know why.
You don't know why? Did you not see the fucking Vikings play the other day? They
That
lost
mean
the
nothing
one.
to me.
The Buccaneers are one of the worst teams in the league right now.
Understandable.
Okay, that's why. Get rid of the Vikings and Eagles. Because didn't you pick the Vikings and the Eagles?
Yeah, I took the Eagles over the Vikings.
So get rid of that one.
I think the Eagles got like 5 people on IR right now.
Someone took
Jaguars.
Packers, Falcons over the Packers. I know.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
took
I
Chiefs
did.
over the Jaguars over the Chiefs.
So really, the Packers at Falcons is a pick'em, which on mine they're favored by 1. The Falcons are.
That's basically a pick 'em, yeah.
Saints at the Panthers.
Jaguars.
Race,
Yep. Jaguars at the. Did she remove that one?
I did.
she got that one.
Okay, so how many games should there be left?
It should be
Well-
Colts, Texans, Giants, Cardinals,
We
Yeah,
picked Packers and Falcons.
Titans,
Remove Packers and Falcons.
Niners and Rams,
Up top.
Excuse me.
Commanders and Broncos, Dolphins and Patriots.
Heather took the Lions over the Seahawks also.
Okay. That should be good.
It should be 5 in total, 6, I think.
And I took Bears over the Bucks.
Nope, Bears over the Bucks. And the Browns over the Steelers.
Correct. So it should be 1, 2, 3.
That should be
That leaves us with 6.
That leaves us with 6 games. Okay. Go for it.
It's still playing for them.
The Commanders at the Broncos.
Oh my god.
I'm going with the Commanders
Same.
for the NFC East. Same.
I'm gonna go Denver.
So just give me a second. Right now, DraftKings, which is one of the best sites for this, has the Broncos are favored by 3.5, and I am going to stick with that pick.
You're gonna go Broncos?
Yep.
Okay.
Do they give a reason why? Or they just
Why I picked the
go
Broncos?
based on
Why they're favored?
no.
Based on, it's probably roster and performance from the previous week.
But they
And some home teams get like a 2 or 3 point.
They automatically get like
That
a
home
point.
field advantage.
They automatically get that point.
A home field advantage.
They get-
Oh,
they-
because I'm about to say the Commanders won last week.
Yeah, so did Denver though. Which point?
No, they
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah.
No, they didn't. Denver did not win.
Who'd they play?
I don't remember. I think it was Raiders.
Yeah, I think it was Raiders.
Let me look.
I think it was Raiders.
It had to have been.
Yeah.
I think they lost by a point
Wait,
or
didn't
two.
the Raiders play the 49ers?
No, 49ers.
Yep, the Raiders beat the Broncos by 1 point. Commanders really aren't that good. Who did they play?
Cardinals, I think.
I think everybody's
play
going to beat the
Cards.
fucking Cardinals this year.
Yeah.
Raiders are better than the Cardinals. I think that's based on that. They're probably, and the closeness of the game. I don't know how bad did the Commanders, didn't they have to come from behind?
I don't know what that means.
I don't remember. That wasn't my area. That game wasn't in my area.
Wasn't in my area either.
Yeah.
They briefly showed it on Red Zone. There was a lot of games that they were showing.
Well, yeah.
There were a lot. Red Zone was weird on Sunday. There were a lot of games that they were staying with certain teams
because nothing was fucking happening.
Yeah.
I mean, for Red Zone, the team has to be in the red zone. If they're not in the red zone, they're going to show the most intriguing game at that point.
Yep, that's usually how they play it.
That's how they do it. And if nothing intriguing is going on, they let you stand there and listen to the fucking guy talk about random bullshit. Yeah, okay, so here's why. I can tell you. Cardinals only lost by 4 to the Commanders. Who's better, the Cardinals or the Raiders?
Wait, what?
Well, this is about the Broncos, not the Raiders.
Who is better, the Cardinals or the Raiders?
Still the Commanders.
Who is better?
Of those two teams, Raiders by a little bit, but not by much.
The Commanders beat the Cardinals 20-16. The Broncos.
I get what you're doing now.
The Broncos lost to the Raiders 17-16. How much better are the Broncos than the Cardinals? Way better. How much better are the Broncos than the Commanders? Based on what Cardinals did, or what the Commanders did, the Broncos are a better team. That's why they did that.
Yep.
Based on the previous week's game. Yeah, they won. A win is a win is a win in the NFL, but when you're betting and gambling with money, that's why they did that. That's why the Broncos are favored. And the Commanders are on the road.
Yep.
So there's your 1 point.
A lot of people was on the road Sunday.
Yeah, but
and they won.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Denver always gets at least 2 points because of just where the stadium is, Rayshawn.
No, I get that. I'm just saying, like, don't put your bets on like away games.
No.
I would put my bet on the Broncos.
Yeah, because they're in a higher altitude and they play in it all the time.
I'm telling you, I don't think the Commanders are that good.
I don't either.
Based on what I've seen,
the
Giants aren't very good either.
Of course not.
But other than that, I don't have anything unless somebody's got something that they want.
I'm good. I got my rant out of me.
Okay. I'm sure there'll be more. Enjoy the week. I might do the college corner and bring that back. Do that. Well, at least the top 10. I'll bring that back.
Yeah.
Talk about the important games to give us something to talk about. And we will be on time next week. This week was a little bit of a shit show. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't Heather's fault. It was the 5-year-old in the fucking bedroom or in the living room's fault.
She is asleep in the living room.
Yes, she's sleeping in the chair. So with that said, I'm good with everything. I think Heather's good with everything. Yeah. Unless you got something else. Enjoy next week's games. I will say, Rayshawn, Tim, get me your picks for next week so that we can make the wheel before Wednesday. It'll be a lot easier.
Okay. Yep, I'll get them to you before the show.
That way we aren't fucking around in dead space.
Yeah, I get you.
So with that said, I want to thank everybody for being here. I'm going to let Heather close it up. Stay safe, be well, and we'll talk to you later.
Arrivederci.
We will be back next week with week 2 review, and hopefully we'll have the points started up by then. We just been running all over the place with when to get into school and all of that. That we haven't had time to make the spreadsheet to see how the panelists are doing with their picks, but yes, in just about an hour and a half, well, 45 minutes or so. Hour and 45 minutes or so. Head on over to the Horny Goat, where Connor, myself, and possibly JP will be playing Moving Out 2 again. Because Connor missed out on all the fun last night. We're going to do it again for him tonight. And then next week...
Oh, we've been having power issues up this area past couple of days.
No, this wasn't because of power issues. This was human error, because he just passed the fuck out.
Well, yeah, that'll do it too. But no, the weekend we literally had power issues.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I saw the pictures of it and everything. Whew. But,
yeah. The tree was literally the size of my truck.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. We will see you over at the Horny Goat, and we'll see you back here next week. Have a good night, folks.
Evening, y'all.